What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?
Praise and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And today we're going to get into why I'm 98% right all the time. Told you, suckers. Got you. Everybody's going to co-opt my news. But this is the first time you're seeing this channel. You're in luck. You're in for a treat. Because you are meeting your new best friend. Why? Because I drop videos daily, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, every day. You're going to get the news of the day about what you want to hear with that Xbox flair. Why? Because over here, we care about Xbox. Now, we're going to talk next-gen news. Well, not really, because if you remember, you already knew about next-gen. And it's happening faster than you think. And we're going to talk about all the wonderful games and the stuff transpiring today. Stick around, because I'm sure you're going to love this. Now, apparently, according to a report, the first next-gen Xbox game is reported to be revealed. This is Xbox sinister plot in order to take over. And I did explain it to you dudes, but a lot of times you have to see it happen in order to believe me. I don't know what it is, but a lot of you guys are hard-headed. I explained to you a long time ago. I've been telling you this for almost, since last year when I was in California at Summer Games Fest. From the information that I received, the next-gen Xbox was coming out in 2026. Well, everybody's like, nope, it's not coming out in 2026. And I was like, yep, it's coming out in 2026. And it was like, well, how do you know? I said, because I actually know it's coming out in 2026. Now, I also told you guys in March of this year, and I found out, I think probably a month ago, that it was at GDC of this year. I just knew March from last year. Now, in a couple of months, I realized, found out that it was GDC. We will have some more information about hardware-related things. But I find it amazingly funny that according to a new report, the next-gen Xbox console is releasing in 2026. Ooh, I wonder where you heard that from. I wonder where you got this information from. Because apparently, Xbox Frontline News and your boy, the King, has already known this. And if you was a true Xbox supporter and followed the King, this information will not be new information to you because he's just 98% right all the time. I will keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We are about to run it up on these bumps. You guys really don't understand, my man, exactly where this is going to go. All right, based on internal Microsoft documents, the next-gen Xbox console was expected to arrive in 2028. Yeah, that's when the plan was different, alongside the PlayStation 6. But these documents are a couple of years old, and the new reports alleges that these plans have dramatically changed. Oh, have they now? Have they changed? I wonder how. Let's come down here. So as for the next-gen Xbox Game League, it's not a product of Xbox Game Studios. Whoa. I wonder, how would you launch this new console? Probably the best game, well, the best-selling game that you actually own now Call of Duty. The new Call of Duty, which launches next year, is going to have what? A next-gen SKU? Excuse me? How could that be? Because it's stated for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series consoles, but also a new Xbox next generation SKU. The Ghost of Hope. According to the leaker, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is in active development at Infinity Ward, scheduled to release in he put 2068. It's he made the mistake. More than this, the Call of Duty leaker claims it's in development for not just Xbox Series X and X, but for next-gen Xbox, which will be presumably released in the new Call of Duty next year. Now, the reason why that makes absolutely the most sense in the world is because you want to align your product with the best possible games to make sure your product goes, for your product to actually be where everybody wants to game. Now, I know you guys are going to say, but what would the next gen hardware be? That information will be revealed pretty soon. And after it's revealed, and I'm 98% right all the time, this is the best part. I get a chance to watch people panic because the new PlayStation, like I told you, wasn't scheduled until 2029, 2030. That's PlayStation 6. And my calculations were that the Xbox will already have the market based on being released in 2026. And that at the earliest, the PlayStation could not release a new console until late 2027, early 2028. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Hashtag I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. We're going to run it up on these bums. It's about that time you finally get a chance to see what I'm talking about. You dudes have always been in trouble. They're giving your people a taste of Xbox games, and y'all think that the Xbox console will be irrelevant because games are going to the PlayStation. No. What makes it relevant is when the new console actually does hit and the games that are surrounding it that will not be available on the PlayStation platform. It will only be available on the Xbox platform via Game Pass. See, the reason why the vehicle of Game Pass is so enticing is because that's a sure shot. That's a sure bet to have all these wonderful games day and date. You know what's not a sure bet? PlayStation 6. But to counter this, the PlayStation will have a handheld out before the release of a PlayStation 6. And I know that is the death knell for Sony. Just the same way that I has proclaimed for the prophecy to come true, hashtag no PlayStation 6, you needed a PlayStation 5 Pro to make sure that Sony will not make a PlayStation 6. Ooh, this smells like victory. Remember what I always tell you. If you believe in your product, always stand by your product. Put your product in the best position for your product to win. And I feel that the best way for you to make sure that your product is seen in the best light is to give somebody a sample of your product. I'm a firm believer in free trials, free weekends to gauge people's excitement for your product. And only then will you understand what product you truly have. Well, this product that I don't know if y'all guys got a chance to partake in, and we probably will be playing this game on Frontline Gaming streams. Please let me know if you got a chance to try Tiny Builds, Deadside, launched on PlayStation and Xbox. But the free trial is what set up the taste. Let's see if you liked it.
Rated T for teen.
Haha. Deadside publisher, blindsided by a massive influx of players following the Xbox launch. The free trial has proved extremely popular. Now, that's a great thing to hear. You want to hear that somebody that bet on their product, that gave you a sample of their product in order to have that product reach a greater audience, allowed them to reap the benefits of believing in something that they worked on for many years. Last week, we brought you the news of multiple Xbox shadow drops, including the open world survival shooter, Deadside. And it turns out that the game has proved surprisingly popular since its arrival on both Xbox and PlayStation consoles. Taken to a social media this week, the CEO of Deadside publisher, Tiny Build, I like the name, Tiny Build, advised the team that was totally unprepared for the level of demand on console, with the game racking up 100,000 players in 7 days since its console launch. So how well did Deadside do on Xbox and PlayStation in the first week of launch? We added a quick 100,000 players in 7 days to the community. Completely misguided by the demand. Thanks for your support, guys. Misjudged by the demand of the game. Alex went into more detail in the post of Tiny Build website, advised that 100K number includes everyone who either bought the game or just started the free 2-hour trial on Xbox and PlayStation. No sales figures has dropped yet, but apparently the conversion rate is at 20% and growing. You will always want somebody to try your product and buy, right? And if the conversion rate is at 20%, that means you can understand by those metrics what you need to tweak and twerk in that area. And that's a great attach rate for somebody who tries something, because that's 20% of the people that walk in the door will walk out the door with the product that you have endorsed. We find particular interesting is it's rare to hear anything about a new free trial that performs for developers and publishers on Xbox these days. The stats appear to suggest that despite the lowest conversion rate, Deadside would have received nowhere near 100,000 players on console if it wasn't for the trial's existence in the first place. I love that aspect of it. You know what it reminds me of? The game absolutely reminds me of PUBG, right? With world building, like you get to flourish and go out and get materials, and you build your little fort. What I did like of it, that you was able to put a lock on your door and put a turret outside to defend your home. And the aspect of it looks really good. The premise of it looks great to me. Is wildlife there. You get to ride vehicles or drive around on motorcycles and stuff like that. So it does give me that PUBG kind of feel that you can loot and shoot. But I'm very interested in this game. And this is one of the games that I definitely wanted to talk about. There's a couple of games that's launching that it's trying to take some familiar aspects of games that we do know and bring a particular twist to it that we didn't expect. And this is one of the games that I hope reaches critically acclaim and has much continued success, because believing in your product is everything. Giving a free trial is the ultimate belief in your product. And that paying off only incentivize them in future projects to replicate that formula. And anyone on the outside looking in can truly replicate that formula, because there's a metric to success, and that success is belief. And once you believe, you can achieve. Man, this is a wonderful story. Now, I like the way that Xbox is tying these this content, extra content, to Game Pass, in a sense that you're able to get these upgrade packages, but to have Game Pass. How do you make Game Pass more relevant? This is one of the tricks that you're actually able to do. Well, shout out to Xbox and Activision actually releasing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. And the game is supposed to release, I believe it's in July 11th. But you can get it on early access if you pay the extra. You get all this extra content, and it got Doomslayer. So now, you remember when everybody was all confused if Microsoft and Xbox will actually understand how to leverage licensed content, how to use their characters in multiple worlds so you can actually make universes that actually connect and feel fun? Well, this is one of the titles that actually takes that information and processes it and does it in a fashion that I feel that is great, but also tying Game Pass to it and giving you that in-game content that you actually wanted to proceed to take it to the next level. Xbox offering a special upgrade Doom deal for early access and Doom content and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 has been announced today after weeks of rumors. And listen, I honestly knew it was going to be announced. I didn't know when. I think this is going to be the year of all those games either being remade, upgraded, or brought over to this generation with all the bells and whistles that we normally expect to come with an Xbox contented game. Quick resume, auto HDR, high resolution, fast game, frame rates, steady gameplay, multiple multiplayer connectivity, Xbox Online community. All the stuff that we know and we're used to over at Xbox now can be experienced in these games. Like when Oblivion or Skyrim comes out, the upgrade will have great content. But what I like most about this is you're able to get Doomslayer on a skateboard. You're able to get Revenant on a skateboard, and they both have unique aspects to their game, which is dope within itself. Grinding on a chainsaw. It's stuff like that and doing different moves. Well, the game is supposed to be arriving on Xbox One, Series X and S, and alongside other platforms. So when he's talking about other platforms, PC, hopefully it releases on Switch 2, PlayStation 4 and 5, and hopefully it comes with PlayStation 5 Pro enhancements. And typically, when we say PlayStation 5 Pro enhancements, it means plays better than the base, but sometimes that's not necessarily true. So enhancements, you always got to say it in quotations, right? But it comes with the deluxe and collector's editions that is supposed to have access July 8th rather than July 11th, when it comes out. The bonus content is the Doomslayer and the Revenant skins, and that's cool. Now, you can get this for $69.99 in the store for deluxe edition in the Xbox store. But the good news is if you intended on playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 and Game Pass Ultimate, All you have to do is upgrade for $18. Now remember, that doesn't come with the main game. That's the best part about it. You can buy content for Game Pass, knowing that Xbox will give you the main game for free. Day and Day in Game Pass is a thing. Game Pass Ultimate is a place to be if you're a Game Pass subscriber. If you're an Xbox player and you don't have Game Pass, just hustling backwards. And you take that $18 and you get the chance to play it early, but you get all that free content that you will otherwise miss. So they didn't lock it away in a package that you would have to purchase owning Game Pass. What they said was, yeah, you got Game Pass. Don't worry about it. You can still have access to this content. That's foresight, forethinking. That's understanding your product, and that's understanding your platform, and that's treating the Xbox platform and the Xbox player with care, respect, and first class. Shout out to Microsoft and Xbox for understanding the assignment and definitely taking advantage. I appreciate this. I'm not one of those Xbox content creators that will tell you that Gears, Halo is not going to make it over to the PlayStation platform. I'm one of those content creators that's going to tell you the majority of those games has already reached the audience on the Xbox platform. See, unlike other content creators, which would tell you that, oh, well, everything's going, it's going to be day. No, the Doom Slayer dudes, them doom and gloom individuals. What I'm going to explain to you is far more sinister in what is about to transpire to the PlayStation platform. I will always understand exactly how you need to erode a fan base by infesting, having them digest, and then stringing them out to make them understand they love your product. Now, if Forza is any indication, along with other content that has going over to the PlayStation, there is a want and need for Xbox content, especially games and franchises that hasn't been available on other consoles. Let's talk about this Gears collection. We heard about it. It's almost here. Let's talk about it. Gears Collection and E-Day both mentioned in the new Xbox release date rumors. Now, we all know they're dying for some Gears. But how do you prepare a fan base for a game they don't know, probably never heard of, or if they did, probably doesn't understand how it goes? So you have to make available all the past content for the game in order to build a level of anticipation for something that they will truly want or lust for on another platform, and then FOMO ensues, i.e., this is how you erode a fan base. And I actually love it. Now, I told you guys, Xbox is building 2026 to be probably the biggest year in Xbox gaming history. Launch alongside of great content, wanted content, there will be hardware. And in that hardware, they're stacking up a lineup that will make 2025 seem like a mere joke. With the games anticipated for 2026, Gears E-Day is one of them. Fable has slipped out of 2025 into 2026, only boosting and bolstering the lineup that will surely knock the socks off any competition. If you thought the war was over, you were sadly mistaken. The war has just only went more cerebral, and them understanding that the competition has a low IQ. Xbox and Microsoft sets out on this path to destroy you from within. Now, this insider claims that E-Day is targeting 2026. Well, I guess he follows me. And additionally, the sources claim that the Gears collection, the old entries, could finally be getting a reveal at Xbox Game Show this year in July. In June, with a possible release later on this year. I said that too. The Gears collection will come out this year. It will be launching alongside the PC and the PlayStation 5. Same day it comes out. That is not an indication of day and date Xbox games going. It's an older title, getting a boost up res, just like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. The difference is, the newer title, E-Day, will only be released on the Xbox and the PC platform, only be available for the Xbox consumer, and only have the wonderful next-gen hardware. Well, it won't be just exclusive to the next-gen hardware, but it will have these level of upgrades, if you will, that can only be possible on the new Xbox platform. Now, Xbox Series X and X will get an E-Day, but would it be the definitive edition of E-Day that will only be possible by the next-gen hardware that I've been told you about? But Mr. 98% right all the time tells you, be careful what you wish for, because you're just going to get it. It may not be like how you like it, but it's going to be like how we say. Remember, we play, you pay. Now, you're going to be happy, but later on, you'll be sad. This is shaping up to be the best years for Xbox ever. Let me tell you something. Attic and I is playing Split Fiction this week. We'll be running it up. You'll be seeing me on Frontline Gaming streams. We're going to get this done. It's going to be great. We're going to be co-streaming Iron Lords to Frontline Gaming streams. Split Fiction release receives multiple tens ahead of the Xbox release this week, and another great game contender of the year. I thought so as well. I thought it looked that way. We understand that the pedigree of that studio, I think it's Haze Light. Bro, the game looked phenomenal from its inception. Playing the other games that they did make from the studio, it's a no-brainer to purchase. This is constantly understanding a fan base and playing into that fan base. The consistent level of playing with friends. They understand what gaming is truly about. Gaming isn't just a solo expedition. Gaming is truly best played with others. Gaming is always going to be the best social aspect in connectivity with people. See, a lot of days people want a trauma bond. I don't want to bond with you over trauma. I want to bond with you over great games and fun. That's what it was always about. It was never about being depressed and let's talk about our problems. No, let's get lost into these fantasy worlds, these wild expeditions, and let's have some incredible memories as we get through these games that we will love and have cherished memories about. Well, the world seems to love it. Pure Xbox gave it a 9 out of 10. Push Square gave it a 10 out of 10. Eurogamer gave it a 5 out of 5. GameSpot gave it a 10 out of 10. Windows Central 4.5 out of 5. IGN 9 out of 10. Video Games Chronicle 4 out of 5. Noisy Pixel 8 out of 10. Digital Trends 3.5 out of 5, which is probably, I don't understand Digital Trends with this, but the game looks phenomenal. You know, they did a Ways Out and It Takes Two. Loved it. It was a Ways Out. I loved It Takes Two. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to love this game here, Split Fiction. Man, I cannot wait until Thursday. Yo, Addict, let's get it. Well, guess who it is? Mr. Me Too. Guess who it is after all these years has decided to care about their fan base? Mr. Me Too. PlayStation announced a new beta program to let players test upcoming PlayStation 5 and PC games and more. This is bringing the PC and the PlayStation closer together. Day and date has now been initialized. Order 66 with the PlayStation is in full effect. You guys are not enough. Sony announced a brand new beta program for the PlayStation that aims to be a centralized place for players to register their interest in trying out a range of future PlayStation betas, including testing out participating PlayStation 5 and PC games. Understand that PC games part is the death knell of you dudes. As detailed in PlayStation blog, a single registration will be for PlayStation players to need to express interest in trying to participate in PlayStation 5 and PC games. PlayStation 5 console features and the app features will allow the players to experience PlayStation and PC like never before. I am so happy that you guys finally woke up and realized that day and date for the PlayStation on PC is necessary to ensure your survival. You do not have the content. You need to engage in your fan base differently. Who would have thought it took you this long to finally realize that your end is here? This is the last gasp. This is the last desperate act of trying to stay relevant to your fan base. When you found out that your fan base really wanted Xbox games, I really want to know how that made you feel. Did that make you angry? Did that make you jealous? I am so happy that this is a family-friendly show because I could have took this another way. Ha 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 ha. Well, thank you so much for watching today's video and making it this far in the video. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe. And also become a member. When the members have perks, those perks not only extend to this place, it extends to Frontline Gaming streams where we game daily, like today. And if you're a member, on Fight Night Fridays, you dictate what we play. But also, remember, don't show up if you're weak, you're soft, and you're easily offended on Fight Night Fridays. And also show up with joystick in hand, pause, in order to interact and game with your fellow gamers who is there to play. Remember, the ish talking gets very high at Frontline Gaming streams because we fight competitively. Don't be sensitive because we are here to game. Now, do not show up to the Discord jumping inside the Discord expecting just to hang out. Please come and participate because we are here to game, not stick around watching. You will participate. If you don't participate, you will leave the Discord. Now, that being said, that's a caveat because if you saw last fight night, it was lit. And I want everybody to enjoy themselves. But we saw today, Xbox is gearing for something big. Simultaneously doing big things in the year of 25 while setting up big things for 2026 and beyond, while future-proofing your platform, which is Game Pass and Xbox, taking it to the next level while ensuring it will always be an Xbox console and an Xbox platform for players. Now, of course these dudes will get E-Day. When? How? Will it be what it is? Would it be years from today? Won't be day and date. What you do is play the regular old stuff. We see it's the market. Now, we do expect the Gears collection to be wrapped up with a little bow to make it over there, just like Forza Horizon 5. I do expect Forza Horizon 6 to be ready to go next year on the new console, and that will be released only on the Xbox and PC on that date, with hope in their face and hope in their heart. Hope is a hell of a drug. The hope is the cope that the PlayStation fan base has, hoping that games make it over. While Xbox is making a killing selling PlayStation old games, we're reaping the benefits of years past data. And the most sinister aspect of it all, it's all digital, baby. All digital. All gas, no brakes. Expect the next console not to have a physical, to be all digital. Expect it to be what it is. Xbox at its finest. Hey guys, I want in the comments, did you purchase any Xbox games that are available now on the PlayStation? I want to know. Does it have quick resume? Please tell me. Did it launch with quick resume? It's a game changer. If you haven't experienced it, I think you brought it on the wrong console. But I'm going to take this logo and I'm going to throw it around Microsoft and Xbox, understanding the assignment with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. Making sure you cross-pollinate your content. Because, of course, Doom will be already rocking and rolling in these streets, the dark ages, and putting Doomslayer in that game with content that you can dress your skaters up with dope Doom clothes and everything only illustrates Xbox and Microsoft is not playing around. You can look at future collaborations and DLC for future games, like we saw the Warthog inside for Forza Horizon. These things, Microsoft gets it. They understand. Sometimes you have to build a solid foundation, and it may take a long time for you to get the gist of it. But now that they do have it, and they do have the IPs, Xbox World Domination is still in order. The XNWO is still in effect. Hashtag no PlayStation 6 is still a real thing. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. And if you don't understand, look at all the news every day. Xbox this, Xbox that. The only thing the PlayStation is known for is selling a bunch of consoles, but not making a bunch of sales. Bro, wake up. It's only one big ticket in town, and that's Xbox. So I'm gonna take that logo, and I'm gonna get ready to get on Frontline Gaming Streams, because I cannot wait for Spit Fiction. Try to play the Game Pass.